Strange events often occur in hospitals. I witnessed it last night. I am a nurse. A patient recently claimed to have seen a ghost in the hospital. He saw a woman with long hair, covering her face and wearing a red skirt, standing beside his bed in the middle of the night. I asked the patient where he saw her. The patient trembled and said that the woman in red was standing there. At the time, he pointed to the curtain beside the bed. I opened it carefully, but there was nothing unusual inside, so I didn't take it seriously. A few weeks later, while on night duty, another resident here mentioned the incident. The patient trembled and said he didn't see the red woman's face, but he saw her neck. Her neck was long and touched the ceiling like a snake. I was scared. It was already 2:00 a.m. After waiting for the patient to fall asleep, I was also very sleepy. So I found an empty bed in a corner and lay down. I didn't sleep for long before I heard the sound of someone walking, but there was only one patient in the ward, and that patient was sweating. Anyone else? I then heard a woman giggle from outside the door. I grabbed the flashlight and went over there. A woman in a red kimono smiled broadly when she saw me. My mother called suddenly and scared me. She said I had a nightmare where I was killed by a woman in red. I was scared and dropped my phone. When I turned around, the woman in red had disappeared. When I squatted down to pick up the phone, I saw a pair of feet under the red skirt. I stood up quickly but saw nothing. It was impossible. I clearly saw the feet in front of me. I squatted down again and saw that the feet were still there. There was no nail on her big toe, only red and swollen flesh. I was afraid to stand up. Suddenly, the feet began to tear with the sound of bones tearing. The abnormal shape rotated backwards. Now, I really believe that what those patients said is true. When I was at a loss, her head suddenly stretched more than 10 meters and crawled towards me like a snake. I quickly got up and ran toward the exit. As a result, I accidentally fell and lay on the ground, with my legs spread out. I raised my head dreadfully. The woman in red looked at me with her twisted neck. Her head resembled a candy yolk, and her large mouth was swaying from side to side. I was extremely frightened. When I woke up, I was already in bed. It is said that the souls of the wrongly killed will wander around at night and scare people, but I have not heard of her hurting anyone, which means she is just a naughty ghost. I resigned and no longer work in the hospital.